What's up, Acolyte Squad? My name is Prince and I'm an urban acolyte. This video, I want to talk about WandaVision because I'm really excited to see what the MCU has in store for us as this series kicks off Phase 4. So stay tuned. All right, so Entertainment Weekly has been covering a lot of stuff on WandaVision as it gets ready to make its debut on Disney Plus. Originally, it was slated to start as soon as The Mandalorian Season 2 ends. I think it's been pushed back to January because they actually just concluded all the filming, the reshoots, whatever else is going on with that project last week, actually. And if you guys didn't know, I have been slowly adding expanding the content who are on the channel. So it's not just Star Wars. You know, you see the Mandalorian videos. If you haven't been by the homepage in a hot minute, you know, we're covering Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, of course, the MCU, the Mandalorian, even diving into the DCEU, which I haven't really been doing a good job covering the stuff in the DCEU. I'm really excited about the stuff going on with Black Adam. But this particular video, we're talking about WandaVision. And as you can see, I got this video from last month when the trailer went out, how WandaVision will set up the MCU Phase 4. I don't know who this is in the ad, but let's jump to Entertainment Weekly's coverage of WandaVision. So we got a sneak peek at what WandaVision is doing. Looks like it's been inspired by sitcoms like we saw in the trailer. Check out my trailer video or my reaction video to the trailer if you haven't seen it already. But I haven't actually looked at any of these slides or any of the articles, so this is my first time seeing it. I'm just gonna go through it with you guys. I guess I'm reacting to the articles and the pictures. Interesting video. Anyway, so we see Neighborhood Witch, Welcome to the Neighborhood. Marvel will soon launch its Disney Plus TV series centering on Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda Maximoff and Paul Bettany's Vision, living a strange sitcom-inspired world of domestic bliss. As part of EW's recent cover story on the series, we have an exclusive look at WandaVision's decade-spanning style, from black and white 50s suburbia up through the colorful 80s. Grab your remote and click through for a full look at WandaVision. So that's what we're doing. So we see WandaVision. It looks like it's inspired by 50s sitcom I Love Lucy, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, specifically those last two because they deal with magic, right? So it says WandaVision takes inspiration from classic sitcoms of the past, and to portray Wanda's telekinetic powers, the crew used wires and old camera tricks similar to those used on the shows like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. The show is a love letter to the golden age of television, explains WandaVision head writer Jack Schaefer. We're paying tribute and honoring all of these incredible shows and people who came before us, but we're also trying to blaze new territory, right? So we see like Vision is like Paul Bettany. He's a human, right? So not just an android, right? So here we're still in black and white here, but we've got Vision looking like an android now. Marvel is tight-lipped about the exact plot details, but we do know that the show takes place after the events of Avengers Endgame, even though Vision seemingly died in 2019's Infinity War. And WandaVision, however, everyone's favorite purple-hued android is alive and well, and the Maximoff Vision household may soon be expanding. And here, you know, we see that she's got baby bumps, so Vision, I'm pregnant. Well, how could that happen? I don't know, but I'm pregnant. There's some interesting theories that I've seen over on the New Rockstar's channel about the pregnancy. I have some speculation things that I'd like to share, but I'm going to hold off on those until I get through all of the Entertainment Weekly's coverage of WandaVision, so stay tuned for those. But let's get back to this. So it says every sitcom needs a nosy neighbor, and Catherine Hahn's Agnes fills that role for Wanda and Vision. I've always loved that gasp of human magic that they have. Han says, of the Marvel Universe. It's not like I had never done anything like this, but especially since becoming a mom, I've always been interested in those jolts of adrenaline and humanity, right? So we got this character, Agnes. I'm going to have to go back because I think I remember seeing her in the trailer. After I go through this, I'm probably going to want to go back through the trailer. Now with you guys, maybe that'll, after I go back through and I've gone through more of their coverage, I'll have more to say, and I might be willing to give my speculations and guesses, right? So we got the twin beds, because apparently back in the 50s you couldn't show married couples on the TV show. You couldn't show them in the same beds because, 1950s family values and all of that, right? Things were much more strict on television, right? So they've had a long and gentle love affair, right? Bettany says of Wanda and Vision's romance. It's a pretty quirky relationship. She's a witch, he's a robot or artificial person or synthezoid or whatever your preferred name tag, right? So showing them, we got to add again. All right, so we jump to is this the Brady Bunch? Or yeah, this looks like the Brady Bunch set. Right, so I'm guessing this is Agnes again. The show begins in black and white, taking inspiration from 50s and 60s era sitcoms like I Love Lucy and the Dick Van Dyke Show. I actually heard that they brought Dick Van Dyke on to kind of be a consultant for those old black and white sitcoms, but it also draws from the genre's heyday in the 80s and 90s, as evidenced here by Han's decidedly 80s leg warmers. So this is the 80s. I guess, or 80s aerobics. So this is kind of drawing from Family Ties and what was the Alan Thicke show with Kirk Cameron and all of them? I don't remember. I used to watch it, but I don't remember the name of that one. I just remember Family Ties. And then the 90s would have been Roseanne. Also new to the MCU is Tiana Paris as Monica Rambeau. So we saw her in, that was the little girl from Captain Marvel, who was Carol Danvers' little goddaughter, or play niece, or however you want to call it, right? So fans already met Monica as a young girl in the 90s. I just said it. 90s set Captain Marvel. And although Marvel is tight-lipped about how the adult Monica fits into WandaVision, the character has a long heroic history in the comics. Her long heroic history is she was the original female Captain Marvel when Carol Danvers was still Miss Marvel. I think I talked about that in either a Spider-Man video or the Kang the Conqueror announcement video. One of those two. Maybe it may have been both. So, like I said, if you didn't know that I'm doing MCU, look, I'm not an MCU expert. I'm not a comic book guy. I just watch. Most of my favorite MCU characters come from playing them on video games. So, I'm probably going to be more willing to speculate and be wrong about things when it comes to the MCU. Like I said, here I'm more really just focus on talking about the hero's journey and things according to Joseph Campbell, because I'm not going to read the comic books. I might every now and then, but if I really need to, but I'm not going to do the research to the extent that I would do with a Star Wars video, right? Because I've had years and decades of looking at reading Star Wars stuff that I don't have with Marvel, right? So here we've got the cover of the magazine, right? So there's some more stuff to the WandaVision series, and I'm gonna take a look at it probably after I get off of this video. I just wanted to take a look at those images with you guys. We mostly just saw the black and white stuff, but from the trailer we do know that they're gonna go all the way through all these popular sitcoms, the eras of sitcoms up through the 90s when things start to look like Roseanne. Here's a speculation that I'm gonna give right now. I think that WandaVision, she's gonna do something to set up Doctor Strange. Like I said, this movie kind of kicks off Phase 4. I think there's gonna be weird stuff with the multiverse, dealing with magic and where magic and technology kind of cross over. The fallout of the Infinity Stones, which totally still exists. Thanos said he destroyed them, but the atoms of the Infinity Gems are still out there, and all it would take really is for somebody to powerful enough to come in and pull them back together again, right? Some way, reforge them, gather the dust and reforge them. Is all it would take, right? They still exist. Wanda, Scarlet Witch, I think there's in one of those new resource books, it hints at mutant genes that she possesses, and on top of that, it's like whatever she had has been what's the word I'm thinking of, multiplied by the experiments and the exposure to the mind gem. I think that, see, I almost feel like what I'm about to say should be its own video, so I'm gonna say it really quick, and I'm gonna wrap this one up because I don't want to open Pandora's box in my mind and end up talking for 10 more minutes. But what I'm gonna say is I think that the whole thing about where the Ancient One talks about, if you remove an Infinity Gem from the time you branch and create a new reality, I kind of feel like Wanda's doing that on a small scale, and whatever she's doing, whether she's having some kind of psychotic break, maybe she's dreaming, falls asleep dreaming, and her psyche creates this, right? As she's dreaming, just her power, it creates like this bubble reality, and it starts to affect reality. Like she's in this little pocket dimension, just like how Doctor Strange and all of them, they create the little pocket dimensions where they can fight inside, and you see all the mirrors and everything. I think she's doing something like that, where just her psyche is running wild, and it comes out, expresses these TV shows, and as things start to kind of break down but also start to reshape the reality around her, that's what causes the time jumps, right? The sitcom episodes, the TV shows to change or modernize until eventually things blend with the real world. And I think Sword or Shield is gonna have to step in, because it's like, yo, we got this like Omega level threat that's like has a chance to reshape reality, for everyone else who's not existing inside this little pocket dimension that Scarlet Witch has created. And that's where Monica Rambeau, she's probably going to be running point as far as getting inside and investigating what's going on. That's my thoughts right now. Like I said, this could be a huge theory speculation video, and if you guys want me to flesh that out, let me know in the comments below. But also, what are you looking forward to? I know a lot of y'all, the few that saw the trailer video, talked about House of M. I'm gonna have to read up more on House of M from various Marvel wiki sites, because I have kind of a general idea of what happened is, no more mutants, but I don't know the full story around that. So that's something that I'll probably need to learn more about. But at the same time, I think that this will be similar to the House of M story, but I don't think they're just going to go all out and do House of M. That's just something from listening to other channels, especially New Rock Stars, talk about this. I'm thinking that there might be other stories dealing with Scarlet Witch that the MCU might be drawing from for this series. So I appreciate y'all for sticking with me through these growing pains. And man, maybe when theaters are back and movies are back, man, we can just explode the community and explode this channel and really have some fun geeking out and exploring the hero's journey in geek culture, So, I'm looking forward to the future, and I'm looking forward to this series on Disney Plus coming, I think, January 16th, 2021. So be on the lookout for more videos on WandaVision as I get more into the news that we actually have, give you guys my thoughts, my speculations, and go from there. And also be on the lookout. I got a Black Panther video that I wanted to shoot earlier today, but we got busy. So be on the lookout for that, and my Mandalorian Chapter 11 review that I got to sit down and write. But that's all I got for this one. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all keep on breathing, and I'll see you on the next video.